All right. Hello, everybody. This is Kelcei's Corner. I am Kelcei J here with you today again alongside my brother Brannon. Say hi, Bran.
Good.
And Cory. Where's Cory?
You.
All right. We're gonna head back towards the Patriots and the Super Bowl. What do you guys think about the players who aren't going to the White House? Did you guys hear about that?
I heard about it. And,
So I'm gonna run off the names for you. It's defensive end Chris Long, running back LeGarrette Blount, defensive tackle Alan Branch, and linebacker Dante Hightower are joining Devin McCourty and tight end Martellus Bennett. So how do you guys feel about that?
honestly, I ain't mad at him. Because if you're going to go to the White House after the Super Bowl or a championship or whatever to meet the president, that's like an honor. It's really not an honor if you go and Donald Trump is there, you know?
You said it's not an honor if he's there?
I said it's not. I just, you know, especially if you ain't vote for him and you don't you don't agree with what he about. Well, even then, like, yeah, I mean, let's say George Bush was in there, so I still go, but like, that's more like a respect thing. But seeing as how, you know, Donald Trump has a hard time respecting stuff, what's the point of me going? Yeah, but I don't know. I wouldn't. I'm not mad at him if I go. So.
No, I see what you're saying. I think it was, I believe it was Devin McCourty who said that he didn't feel comfortable in the White House, basically, saying that he, like you said, Brandon, that the president doesn't have a lot of respect for other people, and he didn't feel like he would be respected if he went there as a black man. So I think I agree with you in that sense. I'm not sure that I would go either. Because as you said, it is an honor, but when you have someone in the White House who you so, I guess, vehemently, well, I would vehemently disagree with him, but, you know, if you have somebody like that who's so controversial and so polarizing, you're going to have people on each side of the table. And like when Tom Brady didn't go last year and people are kind of bringing that up and it's like, well, he didn't support Barack Obama and nobody really got on him the way that they're getting on these Patriots players.
Because, yeah, you know, it's white and black. That's what it is. Whenever the white is making a decision not to see the black, it's okay. Whenever the black is not making a decision not to see the white, then we got a problem.
So you think it's a race thing?
Well, you just see it. Then, like, you know, Cory got to go do something with that. But, hey, when it comes down to, like, that situation, what you said, Tom Brady, and comparing it to now, like, how else are you going to explain it? You know what I mean? I try not to put everything in a race type of way, but that's the only way I can see it right now. You know, them not going to the White House is a individual decision. I don't see it as race. I don't see it as, because he's white and stuff. You feel me? They just decided not to do it, and I feel like it goes beyond more than race. I feel like it's more Trump, like who he is, and what he believes in, and that's why they're not going. But when it comes down to what you said with Tom Brady, and people are getting upset that we're not going or they're not going, but whenever Tom Brady didn't do his thing, everybody was like, no one said anything. That's when it's like, well, you could definitely throw race in there. And you know,
right?
But
no, I get you. I was listening to Undisputed on Fox with Skip Bayless, and he was saying that he thought it might be a team vote, something they could do as a collective. But I thought with that, it's more of, you know, you can't really do a team vote because either we're all going or we're not going at all, and you know that that's not going to work out either way. You know what I mean? Like, there's always going to be somebody who wants to go, i.e., you know, in this case, Tom Brady, because Donald Trump is his friend. And then you're going to get people like Martellus Bennett, who, whether there was a team vote or not, is not going to go. So I didn't think a team vote was something that could have, you know, evened the playing field either.
You know, first of all, they're grown men. They're not going to do anything that they don't, you know what I mean, that they don't want to do. So they should just, you know, do it. It ain't like somebody saying they're not going to play. You know, they're not getting paid to go be the president.
Exactly. And that's what Nelly was on their show, and he said the exact same thing. He was like, okay, I could understand if it was in my contract that I had to go to the White House and I was in direct violation with my contract, or it was something where I was getting paid to do and I didn't show up. But he said the exact same thing that you're saying, which is basically, I'm not getting paid and I did my job, so why is everybody hounding these players when this is not a mandatory thing?
Right. And for real, let one of us, let one of us go and talk to one of these people that, you know, didn't really like Obama and stuff. They would have their, you know, personal restraints on going to see him, or even if they did see him, definitely, I wouldn't say show out, but you definitely see like the tension between, you know, the meeting from some of these people that are harping on these players for not going. So people just need something to talk about and blow up.
No, I agree with you. I think everybody should kind of stay in their lane. It doesn't matter if so-and-so decides not to go. Like my man Nelly said, I did my job. If you're from the Patriots organization, you did your job, and going to see the president is not, you know, in your job description. So
it's not an obligation.
Right. I get it. All right, we're going to switch gears over to some NCAA football. Myles Garrett, the, you know, supposed number one pick from Mississippi State. You know who he is, right?
Mm-hmm.
He had, I don't know if you saw, but he had a video on Instagram basically, you know, talking to Jerry Jones, like, I want to be a Cowboy. Please, you know, trade some picks with the Browns and, you know, climb up that ladder to get me. How do you feel about players kind of, you know, using social media and to contact soon-to-be employers like that?
I'm not mad. It's just like a regular job. You want the job that you want. And, you know, let's say for us, for instance, we live in Pittsburgh. You might want to get a job in Florida. So Pittsburgh got a McDonald's. Florida got a McDonald's. You just want to go to McDonald's in Florida. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it is what it is. Like, he wants to do it. What's his name? Was it Eli Manning? Eli Manning did that, I think.
Yeah, Eli Manning did the same thing.
People have their dream as a kid that they want to play for a certain team. If they want to, you know, I don't mind. He's still playing football, and, you know, he'll definitely put 110% in for the team that he actually really want to play for. He still won't play hard regardless, you know what I mean? But,
well, that's the issue. So what do you think about, from the Browns' perspective, what do you think about your number one pick, pretty much? Because, as I said, everyone is assuming he's going to be the number one pick. What do you think about your pick expressing the fact that he doesn't necessarily want to be in Cleveland?
Honestly, I say, like, if I was the Cleveland Browns and I wanted to pick him up and he said that he won't want to be on my team, like, there's other quarterbacks out here that are good. You know what I mean? Now, I'd still probably pick him up if he's number one on our draft board.
He's not a quarterback. He's not a quarterback.
He's not going to like I said, he's not going to play worse just because he's on the Browns. You know, the money's going to be there. He's going to be first round draft pick of the draft. Like, you know what I mean? So he's going to get paid. So if he want to turn down the money or, you know, risk not getting picked up by the Browns or the Cowboys, or get picked up by a team that you really don't want other than that, you know what I mean? So it's really, you know, a personal thing for the coaches and stuff for the Browns.
I'm going to fill you in. He's not a quarterback.
Oh, my bad.
He's a defensive end, but that's okay. Mm-hmm. If he was a quarterback, I think it would be more of a story, but he's a defensive end. No, you're fine. But as you said, and as other commentators have expressed, they don't feel as though this kid is going to go to the Browns and just be, you know, a flop. Like, he's going to go and he's going to ball out and do what he needs to do. But I just thought it was interesting, you know, from the Browns' perspective, that somebody who is 99% pretty much going to be your pick is saying that they don't necessarily want to be in Cleveland.
Hey, he's going to take the money wherever he goes. He's going to play wherever you go. So
That's
that's what you need. Fill your roster.
That's the truth. All right, switching gears, some news that just came out of the NFL a couple hours ago. I don't know if you saw, Victor Cruz was released by the Giants.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, what do you think about that, and who do you think should pick up Victor Cruz?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know why they did it. I don't know if it was money, or it could have been locker room things. We really don't know what the main thing is, but I don't know who will probably pick him up, because around the league, no one really has a lack of receivers. Like, I'm trying to think of teams right now, but maybe I could say like Jacksonville. We could always pick them up. You know what I mean? Steelers could pick them up. The Browns.
I was going to ask you about the
Browns
Steelers.
Could pick them up.
Yeah, the Browns could use another receiver.
Yeah, they already have two. They could use a third one. But, yeah, Carol, for real, the Steelers should just slide in there real quick. Pick them up for like a 3-year deal. Call it a day.
No, I agree. And that's what I said.
Bryant,
yes, and that's what.
Don't know what he's doing.
Right, and I was thinking about that when I got the tweet that said that he was released. That's the first thing I thought of was, I wonder if the Steelers will think about putting him on a small, like you said, 2 to 3 year deal, and just getting another explosive receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I think the Patriots, the one thing the Patriots did that completely killed us was, and it's something that they do against every team that they go up against, but when you take away our deep threat, or even our receiver, just in general, whether he's catching a slant or going out for a 9, like that's our receiver. And once you cut him off, it kind of is just up to Le'Veon, and some of the other wide receivers really stepped up this season, so I'm not gonna put them down, but a name like Victor Cruz on the other side of the ball, in between like that would be pretty nice.
It would be great, because because I don't ever like talking bad on NFL players, but like Sammy Coates, like,
yeah, he had a broken broken thumb, I believe it was.
Yeah, but
but still,
I don't know. Hey, he didn't have to me, productive season, but we still have him. And like I always tell people, he in the NFL for a reason. So, next year he might be able to explode. Eli Rogers, crazy year, coming off of the practice squad and all that stuff. So we got the young receivers to do it, but I guess having Antonio Brown and Victor Cruz on the field at the same time, and letting Martavis Bryant get his act together, put him there, what? And then still have Eli Rogers to come in, and if we have to do an empty set and have 5 receivers on the field, put Eli Rogers there, that would be a crazy receiving core.
No, yeah, I agree. That would be amazing. Plus Le'Veon coming out of the back, we might be unstoppable.
Oh, we got to talk about RDB.
Who knows? So we're gonna take a look. We're gonna take a look way too early at what you think the playoffs are gonna look like next season. What do you think? Who do you think is coming out of the AFC? We'll go broad picture. We'll just do the top 4 teams.
Patriots, Steelers.
All right, and NFC.
I think the Cowboys can do it.
Okay.
I think the Cowboys can do it, and maybe.
What about the Packers?
I want to say the Seahawks, but
the Seahawks.
I think the Seahawks are going to have a good season next year. If they have a good draft selection, they'll be all right, because they always have good players. It's just, one of those things in the NFL where it's either your year or not. But
okay,
I think the Seahawks can make some moves this year.
So you don't think the Falcons are coming back? You see them in the playoffs. You just don't see them in the NFC Championship.
No, listen, man. They when it comes to teams like those,
they had one chance.
Don't make it a lot. You got to take advantage.
You had one shot.
You got one opportunity because you don't know when the next time you come back. I don't think they'll be good. They ain't gonna have a bad year. I just don't think they're gonna be where they were.
That young defense, though, is something to look forward to. I'm excited to see how well they do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They just got to keep that chemistry. You know what I mean?
That's true. So, AFC, you just said Patriots and Steelers. Now, is that just being a fan, or do you really believe that the Steelers come back?
It's both. It's both. I tell people up here all the time, I'm like, listen, man, y'all trying to make fun of all the people from Pittsburgh because we lost. But where are y'all teams? Where are the Giants at home? Like my man Cory, I be telling him, the Lions, they're trash, bro. Like they're always at home. We always have an opportunity to make it to the Super Bowl every year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every single year we have an opportunity. So I'm being straight up. I feel like the Steelers could go all the way every year because of our players, because of our coaching, because of our history. Like, we never really have a losing season. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So, that's why I say Steelers.
Okay. So, what do you think about the Patriots coming back, especially having that big man at tight end?
Yeah, that's
right a problem
there.
For us.
Gronk's going to be back. Tom Brady is Tom Brady. Like, he's always going to make moves. You got Martellus on the other. Like, you can for real, but keep Martellus at tight end. You should really put Gronk as a receiver. He is a receiver. I'm trying to tell you, he's not a tight end, man.
Oh, you think
Martellus
so?
is a tight end. That is a great tight end. Gronk is a receiver, just oversized.
Well, I mean, do you think that's an actual option though? Or do you think they're just going to kick Martellus to the side and put Gronk back in? Which they probably should do.
Well, first of all, Martellus is not a regular guy, So if he gets kicked to the curb because Gronk is there, you're going to hear about it on ESPN that there was some fights or, Martellus talking about quitting or Martellus wanting to get traded somewhere. Martellus, he wants to play. And just because Gronk came back, he's going to say, well, look, I still did this in the Super Bowl. I still helped this team get to this point. So why are you taking me off the field? So,
true.
No, that's going to be an interesting thing to see coming in the next year.
Well, so
like how they're going to split reps and stuff.
As a person who, for you, who's been in a football setting pretty much all of their lives, and for me, just playing with the passion and just starting to get an understanding for what an offense looks like, and how many reps one person can expect to get on first team or second team, stuff like that. Where do you see those passes getting split up? Is basically what I'm asking, because as a tight end, now Gronk is a special case, but as a tight end, you're not really looking at too many passes regardless in a game, whether you're, the only tight end or you got 4 tight ends. So how do you think those passes look? What do you think those reps look like when they're broken up between 2 top-tier tight ends?
It honestly depends on the offense. Like, let's say if the Patriots were more of a run offense, then you can get 2 tight ends on the field. But if they were a run offense, they wouldn't have like Martellus or Gronk or that tight end from Kansas City, that Kelcei dude. Those are receiving tight ends. Now, yeah, they can get in there. They're big bodies. They can block. Well, Kelcei, dude from the Chiefs, he's all around. He's an all-around tight end. He can do both. But in this case, I just feel as though they have receiving tight ends, and that's based off of their offense. So, trying to split those reps is going to be hard. Someone's going to have to swallow their pride. I know that.
Yeah, but do we honestly think it's going to be Gronk? Because I don't see that happening. I see it being more Martellus Bennett.
Yeah, Gronk is going to come in, and it's going to just be like when Tom Brady was suspended. Dude came in, had a great 4 games, or however many games. When Tom was ready to play, he's right back on the bench. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because one, he's getting all the money. He's the face. He is the Patriots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Gronk was like Tom Brady's little brother or son. You know what I mean? Like, he birthed him, and now look at Gronk. He's the second face of the Patriots. So if he's able to play, you're not going to put him on the bench. You know?
So as long as he's healthy, Martellus Bennett can basically get used to the bench.
He's going out. He's going to get used to the bench, but he's going to use his words while he's sitting there. I know that.
Right. Yeah, he's a talker.
And yeah, Martellus, he's been traded. He's been to like 3 different teams. I think this is his 3rd team. So, he's used to the.
So this is my next question. Because he did so well in the Super Bowl and the last however many games, however long that stretch was when Gronk was out. Do you see him saying, bump this and looking for some teams to trade for him? Because he got his ring.
Say that again?
I said he got his ring. So at this point, he can basically be like, okay, where do I want to go? They're going to have to give me the money. He can he has options, I'll say.
Yeah, he performed well. So, yeah, if he is traded, people will want to get him. But I don't think he's going to want to leave because him and his brother had a documentary, like a 30 for 30.
Yeah, I watched it.
And they were talking about Martellus was like, look, my brother been making moves all this time. Like, he wants a chance. You know what I mean? He wants to get his ring and all that. Now that he's on the team that potentially could get a ring almost every year for real. He's going to want to stay. He's not going to want to go back to the Bears. You know what I mean? Like, he's not going to do that.
Even if he's not playing?
You said what?
I said even if he's not playing, he's just going to sit there and collect those rings?
That's a question. I don't know. That's a good question. That's interesting. That's why I said we want to have to just see when the season get closer in training camp and see, who's taking more of the reps and all that.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. That's all we can get out of that conversation.
Yeah.
Wait and see until training camp comes. But switching over to the NBA, it has to be a rivalry now between KD and Westbrook. They played the other night. Westbrook had 47 points, 14 for 26 from the field. He also had 11 turnovers, though. And, KD and Westbrook were actually, you could see them arguing on the court. What do you think about that friendship? And maybe even comparing it to a friendship that you might have where you have a boy who, you and Billy, you know what I mean? And you guys are best friends forever. And then Billy just up and transfers to another school and doesn't tell you. How do you think Westbrook feels?
You got to look at it as, I didn't watch the game, so I didn't see everything happen. But if you want to talk about, a friend being real good friends with somebody up to you, I think about it as like, see who the person is. It's all about the person. Like me and Bill, hey, if he wants to bid it, go ahead, bro. I ain't going to trip. It would be awesome to just keep playing with each other. But when it comes down to it, if you got something else, it'll be different. Of course, it'll be different to go to another team that you're going to play against in your conference. But I don't really see it more like a challenge, and it's fun because even with Cam, Cam plays for Malone, and he's in our conference, so I play against Cam every year.
But I think the biggest issue is the fact that it seems as though he did not tell Westbrook, and that's the biggest issue. I don't think Westbrook would even have a problem with him leaving. I mean, he probably would, but it's more of the fact that basically he peaced out and didn't even say bye.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
Yeah. And you're gonna if y'all really that cool, you won't have to talk to the person and let them know, hey man, it's more just a respect thing, more like a friend thing. If we're really in this and you thinking about leaving, just let me know. I mean, I ain't gonna trip. I'm actually like, dang, bro, I thought we was gonna try to get this ring together, but
Yeah.
you should at least understand the person. So yeah, I feel what you're saying.
Yeah. But I cannot wait to see the next game. I think they play them. This should be the fourth game. Yeah, the fourth game this season. The next one coming up will be the fourth game. So that'll be interesting again. So it'll be really fun.
It'll be cool.
But switching over, I'm going to ask you one more question because we got to go in about 5 minutes. As I would consider you a fan because I played basketball, so that means that you watched all of my games and you also like women's basketball just by default. But what do you think about Connecticut? They're going for number 100 wins in a row. What do you think about that in terms of whether it helps or hurts? And I know everybody asks this, but I'd like your opinion. Whether it helps or hurts women's basketball, their dominance.
It's definitely hurting women's basketball.
You think so?
Because I think so. Mm-hmm. Oh, they dominate. Oh yeah, Corey just got that.
So, but ask him if it's good or bad. What does he think?
I think it's good for them because.
Okay, is it good for women's basketball, Corey?
Women's basketball players to go to their school.
Yeah, but if they do that, where's the competition? Like,
I mean, there isn't no competition because they're winning.
They're winning. That's respect.
That's how we're supposed to do.
So, what do you guys think as men? What do you guys think it would take for you to watch women's basketball more regularly?
Well, yeah, you already know I like girls basketball more.
Well, yeah, I know you do. But as Corey, what does he think? Does he watch it regularly, and what would it take for him to watch it more often?
I don't know, because they be balling. I mean, I'll watch it, but I don't watch it as much as boys. Honestly, I don't know.
Because that's always the biggest question. Everybody says, oh, this hurts or this helps the game. But I feel like we need to really just go out and ask men in particular, because that's who are the main people in watching sports. Ask them what it would take for them to watch women's basketball. Because if it's an unattainable goal, then there's no point in really being like, oh, it hurts or helps. Like you just keep your fans, kind of like radio, where you have a smaller fan group, but those fans are dedicated.
Yeah, it's. I feel like people watch NBA for the flashiness, the athleticism.
I think that's why I don't watch girls as much, because they do the fashion passes.
Yeah, and
Probably
that's probably it.
So really quickly, because this was a question that was brought up, a suggestion, excuse me, if they decided to lower the hoops for the women, in which would allow more women to be able to dunk, do you think that would help?
I don't know about that. I think it depends on the person. Like, if they really just don't want to watch girls play, they won't.
Right.
Well, but think about it. Yeah, that's the thing, because the girls that are tall can really make moves. They just choose not to. But for the point guards and shooting guards, they're like the little shorter girls. I don't know. But then it'll go into that little feminism stuff, talking about, oh, girls don't need to, I mean? Like, that's going to attract a whole bunch more.
A lot more scrutiny.
They don't need.
Okay. All right. That was a decent answer. I see where you're going with that, and I appreciate it. Like I said, I know that you are already a women's basketball fan, but it's something that I think about a lot in terms of just women's sports in general. Like the same with football. What would it take for more people to come out and watch the Passion Play and the league that we're in, WFA? So,
they'll need to know about it, because I told a couple people up there that you played, and first of all, the first thing they thought was lingerie, and I was like, no, I'm not letting my sister play lingerie football.
Definitely not.
Secondly, though, when I told them, I was like, no, it's an actual professional women's football team. I didn't know about it at all. No one knew about the league.
Yeah, like, we come to Cleveland too, so you got to round up your round up your friends and let them know the Cleveland game. I want to see mad support.
Oh, listen, you already know.
You
I don't know what's going to football game next season. Oh, bro, it's crazy. Well, because, Kel, I'm sorry, there's about to be a
Hold on, Brandon, hold on, because it's 4:00. So unfortunately, we do have to go. But next week, we will get all into the WFA because our scrimmages are coming up, and we'll talk all about it. It'll be great.
All right, hey, cool.
All right, tell Cory I said thank you for tuning in again, and we will see you guys next week. All right.
Okay.
All right, talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
All right.
All right, that was my brother again. Brandon, I forgot to shout him out. It was his birthday yesterday. I did last week. I forgot to do it last week, and I forgot to do it this week. That's my bad, Brand. Happy birthday. He turned 20 years old yesterday. But I agree a lot with what he said about the women's college game, and I think that's a good perspective and something that everybody can think about. But that's the end of my show, so I will talk to you all next week, same time, same place. This has been Kelcei's Corner.